All right, y'all, going live again on the go. Might yeah. Might be little in and out. But it's been a few weeks since I done one of these, right? Yeah, I used to always jump on it this time before. But I said I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna get on here. Hope the sound is okay. Cause I wanted to just talk about the fight again here a little bit. Yeah, there go Marcus Bell. What's up, man? Yeah, I used to do these on the go a lot. Only way to stream, right? But we're gonna have to talk about these fights here again real quick. Well, the co-main event, I want to kind of discuss shaky picks, man. I don't know, man. Like I'm a little shaky, man. I had to put that in the comments section. Yeah, I mean the title, man. Shaky picks, man. This co-main event is a little shaky here, yo. I'm not gonna lie, and it could be because of the game plan of Zhang Weili, the proposed game plan of Zhang Weili, right? Zhang Weili's got a game plan. She's been talking about trying to out wrestle the wrestler, right? And sounding like she's a bit confident. I hope she's not overconfident. You know, she's never came in that way before. She was, you know, too out of her element as far as her mental game. But just kind of listening to some of the things she was saying kind of had me shaky, even a little bit more shaky. I was already feeling like this thing is a 50-50 fight, or maybe even like a little bit more towards Weili's way because of the style matchup. But now, just kind of hearing what she's saying, it's got me a little bit shaky. All right, Marcus said, J-Ball, what's going on? Marcus said 2 of his picks is shaky. What 2 picks are shaky, man? Is it the Aaron Blanchfield and the Carla fight? Sink, what's going on? Which picks are shaky? Because I'm still sticking with Juarez. I mean, I'm going with Juarez in this one because she's got what it takes to win the fight, and she better not play around. Like, if Juarez don't capitalize on what she has, I'm gonna be really disappointed in her in this go round again. Hang on. He said Aaron and the Carolina fight. Okay. Yeah. The Juarez and Carolina fight is kind of shaky. When you think of IQ, that's what makes it really shaky, right? J Ball said Weili seems very confident this time around. Dare I say she's even coming in as across cocky. Yeah, that's what got me shaky, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, I hate to focus on what people say sometimes, but for somebody like Zhang Weili who speaks a little bit out of character this time, I hope it's the translation though. To me, I hope it's the translation, man. Like that, they're just kind of trying to spice her words up, because at least if it's that way, that means she's still taking the same approach. You know what I mean? Brian Williams, what's up? He said, my driving. Yeah, man, I'm bringing it back. He said, I used to do these streams on the go, man. Sink said, I could see it. I've been saying I have a feeling Weili would try to grapple Carla. We just saw an Olympic wrestler get out grappled last week, Mark Madsen and Dawson. Yeah, that's true. But you got to really be on your game. You got to have a gas tank to do that, I believe, like, I'm not saying it's not possible, because she has the strength to possibly overpower Carla early on. But what if Carla's ready for that long haul? Do you really want to try to grapple for 5 rounds, especially when Zhang Weili said this is the first wrestler that she's faced before? She said this is the first wrestler that she's ever faced before, like pure wrestler. Is she gonna have that gas tank for that? Oh yeah, for sure, Brian. Always, man. I'm never gonna get cocky and say, hey, I'm gonna be good, but yeah, I'm always on my game with this thing. For sure. Always. J Ball said, thanks for the concern though. J Ball said, not a wrestler getting out grappled by a striker. Yeah. Okay. Because when I stop, I want to pull up what Zhang Weili said that kind of has me thrown off a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I want to read that when I get a chance, because I think, to me, that might be her downfall if she thinks she can just go in there and say, I can out wrestle. Claude said, let's just hope it's competitive no matter who wins. That's what I want. I want a competitive fight. You know, the casual fans that just want to see Carla lose, they just want to see a fight that's one-sided. They just want to see her destroyed. I mean, I want to see some competitiveness. I want to see Weili have to struggle a little bit. I want to see her have to sweat, because that's the only way we're gonna really prove that, hey, she's got that skill that we talking about, right? Because we're gonna still have some questions. Okay, how's she gonna look against the next person? We would say, oh, Carla was a mismatch, you know. So I'm not really wanting to see a one-sided beating. I'm paying for a competitive fight for me. J-Ball said, I genuinely believe that Weili is going to come out very fast and try to overwhelm Carla. That's going to be a mistake if she tries to come out too fast and overwhelm. Like, I think she needs to put pressure on, but she can't just go in there and be wild with it. Because, hey, go back and look at some of these fights, man. Like, Carla Esparza, that right hand is a little sneaky. I mean, a lot of people ain't looking at it, but Carla's right hand is a little sneaky when you step in the pocket with her, man. I know how she rocked. She did catch Alexa Grasso, I believe, but she did rock Claudia Gadelha bad with that right hand, you know? And I believe I talked about it because, you know, some people have to understand what Sarah McMahon has to say about the right hand for a wrestler. Like, that right hand or overhand right, when you throw it, because it's like the shooting hand, it can be very dangerous. You know, it can be something that they can really utilize when they develop their striking. So, you know, Carla, the way she dropped that right hand on the head of, I believe it was Grasso a couple of times, and even Claudia Gadelha, shoot, you know, that's her opening to get the fight to the ground. Let's see. Exposing Time said, hang on here real quick. He said, if Weili could take down Carla, that could be just demoralizing for Carla. It's definitely, it could definitely be in the cards, but I think the more demoralizing part would be her controlling Carla. Like, takedown. You know, takedown's a takedown. Like, I don't think it'd be really demoralizing. It's how she would handle it. Like, if she trapped Carla on her back, I think that would be the part where I would say, wow, yeah, okay, she's in for that Suarez treatment. You know what I mean? But I could see Carla getting taken down, but scrambling back up, like even Tisha Torres was able to do, I could see that as well. You know, if she start to get ragdoll bad, I'd be like, oh boy, she's in for it. Gabriella was she said both had takes about Carla and her career. Oh, y'all talking about some? Oh, I missed the first comment. Hold on, let me go back up here. Let's see here. I just hope there's not a lot of overconfidence going into this fight. Like, I'm not changing my pick though. I'm still picking Weili to win this thing. I just hope she don't start, you know, getting a little bit too overconfident, a little too cocky in there where she leaves her chin open, because Carla can still land shots. You know, understand that Carla can still land a few shots. So don't be stepping in there with your chin exposed. Please don't step in there with your chin exposed, Zhang Weili, because I'm telling you that right hand, if it gets into the pocket, it's going to land. Carla been working on her hands now. I know, you know, you got to understand, Carla's still working on her hands, and the hands she's throwing are for in close range. So if Weili's trying to wrestle, Carla might be the one landing a bomb or two. So please, please don't underestimate Carla in that way. J Ball said Weili is the type to ponder to the crowd. She's definitely going to try to make this fight exciting due to the premonition of Carla being boring. That's why I believe Weili starts guns blazing. Yeah, okay. She's going to try to play up to the crowd. Yeah. Gilbert Candy, what's up? She said, I feel like Weili is overlooking Carla a little bit. I believe that too. I mean, I'm gonna read through this thing when I get a chance. Sink said Carla's takedown defense isn't good either. Surprisingly, I could genuinely see her getting taken down by Weili, but I could be wrong. I think for Carla though, in certain situations, it's about welcoming the takedown because yeah, she can get taken down, but that's where she'd want to be, right? Like if somebody was to want to take a crocodile in the water, you know, the crocodile would be like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? Like a lion. You know, if a lion wants to fight in the crocodile's territory, okay, it's like, let's go. And Carla's going to be welcoming to that. Now, when Tatiana Suarez is taking her down, that's a different story. You know, Tatiana's just a bigger crocodile. So when she takes her in the water, she's going to have her lunch. You know what I mean? But anybody else taking Carla down, I think Carla will welcome that takedown because that's where she's going to want to be. You know, she feels like, hey, she's the better wrestler. She's going to work. She said, this is my opportunity to work. Gabrielle said, has anyone seen the post about Carla by the MMA Report as well as, no, I haven't. Brian said, no, Carla is a wrestler. Weili taking her down won't rattle her at all. She's been there before. Exactly. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, whenever you take down a wrestler, and, you know, like I said, her takedown defense isn't good. That's just showing that she's welcoming the takedowns. That's why I go by stats, but I have to understand why the stats are the way they are. Sometimes, you know, I have to go back and say, okay, why is the takedown percentage low? Well, the bigger the number of takedown attempts, it's going to make the percentage smaller. But then you got to look at her ground control time. Like, what is her ground control time average? Does anybody know that? Mel, what's up? Mel, sorry, you changing your pick? No, I'm just saying the picks are sticking. I'm sticking with my picks, but it can be a little shaky right now. It is a little shaky because of this talk. Like, I ain't trying to gossip nothing up. I'm just saying, for me, I had to get on again because I was thinking, you know, this is kind of a little out of Weili's character. She's been playing up to the crowd, and I can believe she did say it in the way she did because even whenever Carla was rocking that belt, you know, when Carla was rocking the belt, she was like pointing over to her like, hey, that's my belt now, right? And then she said that, you know, Carla was nervous. No, man, like Carla's been here before. Like y'all seen Carla before. Like Carla always has that look. Like Carla always has that nervous look, or that kind of, you know, that timid look, or almost little fearful look whenever she's standing in the corner or whenever she's, you know, getting prepared for a fight. She always has that look. That's why I'm like, you just can't go off a look or just underestimate somebody and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat this small little girl because look, she looks scared. No, like, I'm sure the last 6 people that Carla beat had thought that, but they learned their lesson, right? They learned their lesson on that. All right, hold on here. Still making this move. I'm actually getting the effects of a hurricane out my way. Like, the hurricane's not here. Hurricane isn't here in this area, but it's just like, you know, the remnants of it. I don't even know what hurricane it is. Like, I don't really pay attention to the news or the weather that much. Maybe I should, but anybody know of a hurricane out in the U.S. right now? Somebody said there was a hurricane, but yeah, there's definitely a hurricane passing by. I mean, like, the sky is covered in clouds out here. But I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been following the weather like that. I just been too busy doing other stuff that I don't even look at the news, man. Like, so where is this? What is this hurricane anyway? Give me 1 second here. We're gonna pull this thing up because I'll just read through it with y'all. Mel, tropical storm hitting Florida, I think. Bluebird, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm actually about 11 hours up north from Florida. So yeah, that's a big hurricane or big tropical storm. He said tropical storm out in Florida. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, because this ain't no regular storm cloud. This is, the whole sky is just covered in, clouds out here, and no rain yet. I don't think I'm getting rain for like another couple hours. It says I'm looking at the weather, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, Marcus said, one thing for sure, we are going to find out if Carla can stop a freight train. If Carla got the right tools, man, she'll know to step aside and jump on the side of it and ride it. Ride that train like a, person trying to catch a train. You ain't stopping no freight train unless you're, well, you know how the cow stands in front of the railroad track. Lolita, what's up? Lolita, you still sticking with your picks? Shout out to a subscriber, Devin. Hit me in the Cashapp, and he had emailed me late. He said he wanted to jump on the other day and give a pick. My bad, man. I didn't refresh my email that night I was on. When was I on? Monday? What's today? Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Yeah, I was on Monday, and he had sent the link to give his pick. But I said, hey, Devin, if you want to come on today and get your pick, you can. I sent him a link. I never answered the email back, but maybe I'll send him one. But shout out to Devin. He actually wanted to get on the stream and give his pick. Lolita said, "Who was your pick?" My pick is still my pick is still Zhang Weili, but it's even shakier than ever. I was always questioning the pick, but it's still shaky. It's still shaky. I think Weili can win this fight, but it's not going to be, it might be like the Manon-Chikagan situation to me, where I hope she's not putting a lot of pressure on herself. I really hope she's not putting a lot of pressure on herself to get a finish and play up to the crowd. You know how Manon wanted to stop Chikagan. When you try to seek a stoppage, you're not going to get it, right? Most of the times, you're not going to get that stoppage when you try to bark it up like that. And she's kind of been barking it up, and you underestimate the veteran and Esparza, and you try to keep winning the crowd over, you're going to be fighting for the wrong things. That's just how I see it, That's kind of how it just popped into my head. You know what? I'm like, okay, this might be like similar situation. Like I said, I can still picking Weili. I'm seeing her win. Like, because when Manon fought Chikagan, my honest opinion was that I think at most she might hurt Caitlin, but she's not gonna finish her. Not gonna finish her. Hold on for a second, y'all. Okay, y'all. Safe and sound now. No more driving and streaming. I'm pulled over now. Okay, so let me check these comments, see what kind of trash y'all talking to me. No, I'm just playing. Lolita in the building. Lolita in the building. She said, I think Weili will win, but hey, this is MMA. Carla wins. It's Lamos Carla. Oh, man, that's going to be even crazier. That's going to be crazy. J Ball said, I wonder if Weili will continue to utilize her sidekick this time around, or if she'll be a little wary of getting it caught. I feel like the sidekick is essential to her game. Kind of like Manon, right? I think if she utilized the sidekick to the legs, to the knees, it would be much more effective. But if she tries to use it to the body, that's where Carlo will try to catch an ankle and close distance. Claude said, is Lemos getting the title shot no matter who wins? I think so. I think at this point at number 3, she might get the title shot now because there's really nobody else to fight for it. Rose is taking time off. Whoever loses this fight, they're not going to get an immediate rematch, in my opinion. And then there's Marina, who fell to number 5. So I think Lemos will get it, right? Exposing Time said Gadelia was able to out-wrestle Carla. I thought Carla won that fight. I thought Carla did pretty well, though, even on the ground at times. She got some takedowns. I thought she landed better strikes. I thought she did better on the ground. And I would expect Claudia to out-wrestle her a little bit more, but she made the fight harder for herself. Lolita said Adesanya versus Pieta. A lot of people are picking Alex in this one, man. I am really not sure because this is MMA. Like I want my fan pick. My fan pick is Alex because I like his style and I like him as a fighter. But it's really hard to pick against the champion here because he's been here longer. But man, Alex is strong, man. Because somebody was saying he was just like big and long. I was like, no, this dude is solid. Like he's tall and he's like solid. It is a tough one, man. I'm gonna go on a fan pick on this. I'm gonna go with Alex though. Mel said, what happens if Weili versus Carla is one-sided and Carla has no moments? If Carla has no moments, then hey, she's out the door. Not retired, but I mean out the fight. She pretty much gonna be done. GP said, only pick I'm changing is Blanchfield. I got a feeling Molly's gonna bring it. As for the main event, I'm still riding with Carla. Okay. Carla goes down easy if that happens. Molly versus Blanchfield. Yeah, I'm still going with Blanchfield. I'm not changing that pick. I am just a little curious as to how much improvements has been made to Aaron Blanchfield's defense, because she does get hit and Molly can hit hard, I believe. And Molly has been working on her takedown defense, so we'll see. I hope Aaron doesn't get stuck chasing a lot in this fight. How surprised would you be if Weili out-grapples Carla? I wouldn't be too surprised. At this point, like I said, if Weili's strength is utilized right, then she could do that. She could do that. Oh boy, this weather's crazy out here all of a sudden. Gabrielle said, MMA Poet said that Yan Xiaonan was the only impressive performance from Carla and said that all of her other wins were very close, but still said that Carla deserves respect. Yeah, I agree with that. You got to remember, too, like, Carla, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, people got to think about what they say sometimes because, and I'm not talking about you, Gabrielle. I mean, people in general, like, people will say Carla's too small, but she's still winning fights in the strawweight division, right? She's still beating girls in the strawweight division. And somebody that's small is going to get these type of victories because they are that small, right? So, you say she's too small for the division, but when she gets victories, you still have to give her respect because that's about as good as she can do. Like, she's not Jessica Andrade. Like, she doesn't have that type of power, but she still has good wrestling skill to get those type of victories, by any means, you know what I mean? Even if it is a close fight. Like, she's that small. That's why when it comes down to it, her victories are going to look like that. You know, that just shows you how hard she fights. Sink said she's beaten 2 people who beat the GOAT twice. Let's see. James Press said, is Carla top 3 strawweight of all time if she wins? She has a solid case for that. I believe so. I believe she is, man. I believe she is. Because you'd have to say your top 3 would be Joanna, who's held the belt the longest. Then you'd have 2-time champion Rose Namajunas. And then if Carla wins this, that's 2-time champion Rose, 2-time champion Carla, plus defeating Zhang Weili and going on a 7-fight win streak. Nobody's going on that type of win streak, right? So yeah, James, I would say that's top 3. I'd say she's part of the top 3 strawweights. I'm gonna bring it back to boxing, James. Like, nobody really likes Bernard Hopkins' style, but you'd have to give him top middleweight, one of the top middleweights of all time, right? Because he's a defensive specialist and he's still a good fighter, even though he's not knocking a lot of people out. James said, who beats Carla? Who Carla beat besides Rose? Let's see. She beat Grasso. Let's see. Jan Janan. She beat Marina Rodriguez. Early in her career, she beat Tisha Torres. I believe she beat Randa Marco. She beat Marina Moreau, who's a pretty good wrestler and a boxer. She beat a lot of good fighters. Oh boy, that Jessica Andrade fight. Whew, we don't even need to. Yeah. Style wise, that's just a killer, man. That would be a killer for her. I suppose the times that Carla has head to head over Rose. Yeah, the wins over Rose. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Carla lost to Randa Marcus. Whatever. That was a long time ago. I forgot. But she did beat Tisha Torres. But that, back in the day, that was like early too. So I give her that. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Carla lost her. Yeah, she lost to Randa. Hey, but still beat all the other names I named, right? Yeah, GP said her record is underrated. She has good names on it too. Yeah, she has good names on her resume. Oh, look at this. Dang, it's dark out here, man. This is crazy. Man, I didn't say it was going to rain till like 8 o'clock tonight. Just passing. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so this is what Zhang Weili had to say. And I wonder if this was translated right. Let's see. During a recent chat, Weili said that she believes Esparza is nervous and afraid about this fight and has accused her only of wanting to fight against less qualified opponents. Is that true? Okay, so she said, did Weili really say this? Anyone can see that she is nervous and she only likes to compete with less qualified opponents. I think she must be a little afraid of losing. That don't sound like Weili to me. Did they translate that right? I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt with that, but at the same time, if it was said, I'm gonna tell you why she doesn't need to be saying that. I disagree with that. All right, I'm gonna say it again. Look, anyone can see that she is nervous and she only likes to compete with less qualified opponents. I think she must be a little afraid of losing. All right. Yeah, I'm not really gonna buy into that, but whoever believes that, I don't. Like I said, the nervous energy. She's always kind of had that look in a fight. You can't really say that she's nervous and afraid of the fight because of that. That's how she is. Like, That's how she looked in the last 5 wins that she's had. Okay. And her wanting to compete against less qualified opponents, I don't believe that either. I mean, she kind of fought whoever they put in front of her. I mean, she's never fought Andrade, but she did fight Suarez and Joanna, and she lost to him, but she still fought him, right? And now, she holds the belt, and she beat, she got 2 W's over somebody Wei Lee lost to twice. So that's that doesn't sound like somebody who's afraid to lose or somebody who wants to compete against less qualified opponents. I don't see that. Wei Lee has been very respectful with her comments about Carla. That's what I thought. I mean, I remember before there was something I had to kind of debunk too whenever they translated something wrong, and that's kind of the same situation here. That's why I didn't really want to pin it on her. Hang on one second. Hang on. I was just sending something out. Okay. Claus said UFC disrespecting Carla. Yeah, they are. About as hard as the fans, boy. That's why I was like, she shouldn't even waste her time trying to say I'm gonna bring this belt back to the US, because the US don't want you to have the belt right now. Do it for yourself. Win that belt for yourself. Fight for yourself. Just represent yourself, because the US wasn't backing her up whenever she said, "Hey, I'm trying to bring this belt back to US." You ain't winning them over with that. They said, "Nah, we don't want you to have the belt. We don't like your style." No, give that belt to Wei Lee. That's what the fans were saying. All right, we got like 20 people. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Hit that like button while I'm doing this stream here. Okay. Yeah, man, for the most part, my pick is staying the same. I'm just kind of I was just kind of wondering about that myself. I was just like, did she really think that, or did somebody just kind of put that out there and want to say she's nervous? Because Wei Lee seemed to always respect her opponents, and don't seem like she would just try to disrespect her resume like that, especially with somebody that made Rose respect her. Like, no matter how bad the performance looked, Rose took more chances against Wei Lee than she did with Carla. Like, she didn't even take a chance against Carla. Like, the respect she showed Carla was, to a higher level than she showed Wei Lee. She was taking Wei Lee down that fight. She still landed good strikes on Wei Lee in that fight. But this fight here with Carla, like, Rose was like mentally shook from her in that one. So, you can't really disrespect Carla in that fashion, and say, oh, she's fought less qualified opponents, or that she's nervous of losing, right? Let's see. She probably did say this though. She said she'll want to bring me to the ground as a wrestler. She thinks being on the ground is her dominant position, but I want to bring her to the ground too, because I've been practicing that for a long time. To compete against a complete wrestler is a first for me, so I want to take this opportunity as a test run. I don't think bringing me to the ground would do her any good. She might have moments on the ground, but I think this is wise for. I don't think it's wise for her to try to initiate fighting on the ground when Carla's going to be looking for that. I think Carla will be prepared for whatever she tries. So I'm saying, Weili has to make sure that, she really is the stronger fighter here and knows every position that she can dominate somebody like Carla's with Carla's frame in. All right. But yeah, that talk, if it does come from her, does kind of make me a little bit more like we might be seeing a fight that goes the distance. But if she just goes in there and keeps quiet, puts in the work, hey, it's all good. It's like I was saying, that's what you got to do sometime. When you put too much pressure on yourself, you start to look for that finish. You ain't gonna get it. Hold on here. Comments kind of slowed down. Ashley Neal said Weili didn't say that. Hey, I knew it. That's why I just said. That's what I was figuring out. I was like, that don't sound like her. Let's see. Ashley Neal said, hold on. Let me pull it up. Dang. Comments are kind of slowing down here a little bit. I see him on YouTube, but I can't see him on my stream. Hold on. Hang on 1 second, y'all. Okay, here we go. Dang, slow down. Okay, Ashley said Weili didn't say that. FYI, translation is wrong, and media has been putting out and asking questions Weili never asked or asked, trying to stir up things. Oh yeah, I believe it. That's why I had to talk about it. Because if you're a first timer over here, I had to debunk one thing that the same media put out before. It was like a year or so ago about it had something to do with Mike Tyson or something like that. I had to debunk that because I went and asked somebody about the translation and even looked at it myself, and translation was wrong. So I kind of figured that here because Carla always comes in the same way, and I don't think Zhang Weili would talk about it like that. So whoever said that, they just want Weili to win. They just want her to win for sure. They talk about this girl's nervous. They talk about she's scared. And I don't think Weili would talk about her opposition because they both fought Tisha Torres. I mean, she's fought a lot of the same competition and just not even as much. Right? Hold on. All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I had to read the comments off of YouTube now. Mel says she barely beat Rodriguez on the ground. It was a split decision. Yeah, she won the fight though. I mean, could have gone either way, but she got the dub. Sink said y'all might think this is a stretch, but Lemos kind of reminds me of McGregor. Her fighting style, really, yeah. What do you mean, like her stance? Yeah, kind of. GP is a MMA math in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can try to put the equations together, but they really don't add up. That's why it's like we just talking, Gabrielle said DC said Carla cannot panic wrestle or else she might fall under the pressure of Wei Li. Yeah. I don't want to see her panic. I don't really want to see her panic. I want to see her go in there and actually, try to wrestle and, keep it controlled, because the minute she panics, she's gonna be wide open. Mel said, if Carla wins, would that mean WMMA is regressing or not improving? Let me think. Kind of a bold question to lump everybody up into one. I think it would mean that the individual fighting Carla, meaning Wei Li, is not improving. I mean, fighting Carla, Wei Li is not improving, right? That means if Carla wins, that would mean Wei Li was not improving. Not WMMA, but Wei Li was not improving, right? I don't pin that on one fight. I don't pin a bad performance on one fighter. I don't pin one bad performance on everybody. I don't pin one bad performance on everybody like people do. Like the bad fight between Carl and Rose, everybody saw that one bad fight and they want to say, oh, all WMMA is bad. No. I ain't gonna do that. Like if Wei Li loses to Carla, oh well, that means she needs to improve, right? Not everybody in WMMA has to be regressing, because Valentina, she ain't regressing. Valentina ain't regressing. The girls around her might need to improve, but some of them at the same time are. Tyler Santos, fighters like Manon, they have a chance, whether you like to hear it or not, right? But strawweight, like I said, strawweight's that division that always has style clashes. It always has style clashes anyway. You got so many different styles and you got so many competitive level of fighters. Whether you like the person's style or not, it might be a kryptonite to the next fighter. So this is the division that plays hot potato. This is the division where it exchange shifts. One person might not be the same. One fighter might not be champion today. He might be champion today, but he might not be champion tomorrow, is what I'm saying. You said it means strawweight isn't progressing. No, it just means that, hey, the belt plays around here because you got a lot of high-level talent in strawweight. Again, you might not like Carla's style, but it's part of the talent here. It's a part of these different styles that are too hard to beat. But I will say it means that we do need somebody to become more of a complete fighter like Valentina. That just means somebody hasn't been that well-rounded, but you still have a lot of talented fighters in this division. Oh, I gotta refresh this thing. Hold on. There it goes. Okay, now we working. Now we working with something. If Wei Li would get better defensively, then forget about it. Game over for all of them. Defense is a big part of it. Hold on, y'all. Just checking something here. What day is it anyway? It's Friday. Okay. All right, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. I might be getting out here in a minute. I just want to come on here and talk a little bit. Gabrielle said, "What are the chances of Whaley submitting Carla? And has Carla ever been submitted? Let's see. She been TKO'd 2 times, right? Suarez TKO'd her, right? And Joanna TKO'd her, and Randa beat her by a decision, right? Mm, I could see her. I could see her stopping Carla before she submits her. Because even Verna Jandaroba, she didn't submit Carla, and she's a pretty good grappler. She's a black belt, and they spent a lot of time on the ground, and she couldn't submit her. I could see Whaley finishing her, you know, in knockout fashion before or stoppage before submission. Um, yeah, Carla's never been. Let's see. She's been submitted about 12 years ago in her career. Dang, back in Bellator, boy. She been submitted one. Yeah. Carla's been submitted way back a long time ago, 12 years ago. She got submitted back in Bellator in an armbar, and never been in trouble like that again, right? So, possibility of her getting submitted is, of course, always there, but I don't see it happening in this fight. Maybe a TKO. James said Lamos and Rose would be a good fight. Yeah, it'd be a good fight on the That'd be a good fight on the feet. Yeah, I was looking at that the other day. Yeah, Whaley did. Yeah, Grasso had her in the deep one, but and she didn't get it. Um, Whaley hasn't submitted anybody in the UFC yet, has she? Has she submitted anybody in the UFC? Let me see. She submit. No, she TKO Jessica Aguilar, right? She bashed that girl up. Had a lot of finishes early in her career, but in the UFC, oh, did she submit her? Hold on, let me check. I know she was busting her up good. Okay, yeah, armbar. Okay, yeah, she submitted her and stopped on draw. Okay, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I just kept playing back the elbows and the cut that was on her head in that fight. Man, that was a brutal fight. But yeah, that's about the only armbar she has also in the UFC. So I don't know, man. It'll be pretty, I think, groundbreaking for Wei Lee if she goes in there and does something big and submits her. That'd be dope. Right, right. Yeah, blue blood. I mean, not blue blood, blue bird. Blue bird. That's what I figured too. Yeah, it was like really after her getting softened up, like she just really, really put her into that position. It was there for the taking. Mill said literally Whaley has a chance to submit on top, or if she hurts Carla, no chance on the bottom. No, I don't think she has a chance on the bottom either. Because I don't think she can get her guard up high enough to even get an armbar off the bottom like that. if Carla's in top position. If Carla's in top position, she's gonna be, laying and praying and really trying to, just put a lot of pressure on Wei Li. Besides Bullet, yeah, Wei Li, yeah, she's a pretty dedicated athlete. She is. Hey man, it's like looks like 10 o'clock out. It looks like midnight out here. Mm. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with my picks in this one. I'm gonna stick it out. I think Whaley can get it done. I think, you know, she'll get it done. But yeah, sometimes, man, that's why that's I'd say this is one of the reasons why fighters from overseas they have to learn English, because translators and people can just twist their words up. Before I'd say, I wasn't really big on it. I'm like, okay, that's fine if they want to speak their language, but if people are going to twist things up and they're not going to be honest about what they say, or if they just don't know what they're saying, I'm like, you know what? That's one of the critical reasons why it is important for them to learn English if they're going to be in the UFC. Even with boxing, you got to learn English, because if you don't, um, it's not the fact you just want to Americanize yourself. No, like, I don't care about that. It's about people twisting your words, and that's how it happened before. When Whaley said something, they took it and changed it. And again, same deal. Same thing with this. It's about taking her words, and somebody that's a fanboy that wants to say, okay, she said this about it, which she really didn't say that. So, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the link right here. I don't know your name because I can't read that, but yeah, I got the link. Hang on one second. Hold on. I get it for you right now. Give me 1 second. Oh, it was already translated, the one I had. Let me give you the other one. Hold on. Hang on. Where is it? Okay. Whaley. Where is it? Hold on. Dang. Because here's the article where it was already translated. South China Morning Post. Where's that video at? I don't know where that thing on video is. Hold on. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, this one's already translated. He said I could translate that. Yeah. This one didn't have it, so he said most of the things I've seen her saying is that Carl's respect for fight, no matter what last fight was like. Being a two-time champion says it all. She did say that she would try to crush her, though. Yeah, I figured she said that, but when she was calling her scared fighter and questioning her resume, I kind of thought that was kind of out of character. Because I had to bring it up again because I remember they did that before to her, and I get tired of hearing like certain clickbait things that people say, and if they don't like a fighter, they're gonna try to make the other fighter look bad. That's why I bring it up because it's like, why would they say that? And then I kind of thought I was like, wait a minute, if she did say that, that would make her seem like she's being a little too overconfident. But when I read the wording now, I'm like, what? But I'm about done here because I got some things to do. Um, yeah, maybe they have a link to the video here again, but I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, this tropical storm must be something out here. You see, if Molly is trying to fight, why no title shot if she wins? Someone asked Molly how she felt about fighting on the prelims, being that she has gained so much popularity in the UK. She responded, "I don't give. I fight in Madison Square Garden." Yeah, I mean that should be her response. I mean, it's she does have a big following, but at the same time, she's only a number 15. But I could see where they would say, okay, this girl has a big back, and like, why didn't they throw her on the pay-per-view card? But then again, you still got to look at the resume. So I think she's still going to be on the prelims, right? She still deserves to be on the prelims. So okay, y'all, it's been fun. Just wanted to kick it for an hour and talk a little bit about the fights tomorrow. I'm not changing any picks. I'm still going with Whaley in this fight. I don't think it's out of character. I mean, I think that was just some fake stuff they tried to make her look like, they want to push certain things, but I don't think she needs that type of help. She sure don't need that type of help. And like I said, no fight companion this week. I am too busy. Maybe I'll do a post-fight reaction with y'all. Let's see. I'm still going with cold-blooded Blanchfield. Still going with Whaley, and I'm still going with Juarez. How does Whaley win? Possibly a finish in the later rounds, or possibly a decision. But I still got her winning. Molly might get submitted. I see her losing a decision. Please don't get hit by the spinning back fist. Please don't get hit by the spinning back elbow, Aaron. She got to keep my triple threat alive. Keep it alive. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out. And subscribe if you haven't. If you missed the stream, go back and play it. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.